What's going on, everybody? It's Zach or Pete here today with my NFL Week 6 analysis. In Week 5, we didn't really have the greatest week, but we're going to get back this week. My camera's at 1 bar yet again. We're going to do this really quick. So game 1, we have the Bengals versus the Saints. And in this game, I like the Bengals -2. And I like the Bengals -2 because Joe Burrow is getting back on his grind and all that. So that's what we're doing for that. And then for the player prop for this game, we're going to go with Joe Burrow. 1.5 plus passing touchdowns, -105, and it was -110 earlier, and I don't know why the odds got worse, probably because of T. Higgins, but I'm not sure. But I do like Joe Burrow over 1.5 touchdowns, so we're going to go with that for the play prop for that game. And for the next game, we have the 49ers versus the Falcons. And for this game, I don't like anything in the Big Six because I just don't like the 49ers or Falcons. Maybe the under, but I don't know. That's a little risky. So for this game, what I like is Marcus Mariota to throw an interception. It's +100, and I like that. The Vikings versus the Dolphins. I like the Vikings -3 because the situation with Tua and Teddy Bridgewater, their third string is going to be having to start, and I think the Vikings have a really good defense, so we're going to go $5 on there. And that gets me onto the player prop for this game. And for the player prop for this game, I like Kirk Cousins over 1.5 passing touchdowns, and I like it a lot, so I'm going to throw $10 on there instead of the usual 5, so pretty much 2 units. So throw 2 units on that if you guys are going to tail. I hope my camera doesn't die while I'm trying to do this. Okay, for the next game, we have the Jets versus the Packers. For this game, I like the under 45. Neither offense is too good. Aaron Rodgers is obviously still elite, but he doesn't really have anybody to throw to, so we're going to throw $5 on there. And then for the player prop for this game, I like Aaron Jones over rush plus receiving. For the next game, we have the Patriots versus the Browns, and then this game, I like the under as well. And then there's no player props open in this game, so we just go straight on to the next one. They're not even open yet. I do these on Thursdays, and they're not open in the Colts game either for some reason, but I do like Colts -2, so we're going to take that for the Colts versus Jaguars game. I know they lost 24-0 against the Jags before, but that happens every year in Jacksonville. The Colts still win in Indianapolis, so don't be fazed by that. Next game, we have the Buccaneers versus the Steelers. And in this game, I like the under 44 as well. Obviously, Kenny Pickett, the rookie quarterback, he might not put up a lot of points, and the Buccaneers have had a lot of trouble throwing up points this year as well because Tom Brady's old and can barely jog down the field. So player prop for this game, I like Kenny Pickett over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I just said how he's a rookie and all that, but at the same time, the value is there. It's +175, so if the over's going to hit, I think he's going to have to throw for at least 2 touchdowns. For the next game, we have the Ravens versus the Giants. I like the over 45 because Lamar Jackson has just been throwing up a lot of points week after week. And then the Giants obviously have Saquon. I know Saquon's a little questionable, but I think he'll be fine. I think it's just a shoulder injury, so I think he'll be good. So we're going to throw a 5 on there for that. And then for the player prop for this game, we're not going to do a player prop. We're actually just going to do the weekly special, which is Saquon, Barkley, and J.K. Dobbins 200 plus rushing yards and 2+ rushing touchdowns combined. And I like this because it's +550, and that's great value. I think that could happen. I could definitely see that happening, so I'm going to throw my $5 in there for that game. For the next game, we have the Panthers versus the Rams. And in this game, I like the Rams -10. I know the Rams haven't been great, but I don't think Barker's even playing, even though Barker hasn't been good. That means their backup's probably even worse if they haven't thrown him in yet at this point. So we're going to throw our $5 in this game on Rams -10. For the player prop for this game, we are going to go with Christian McCaffrey over 103.5 rushing plus receiving yards. Last week we had on just receiving, and I was like, this is probably going to hit. He could get like 80 yards on through the air, and he ended up getting like 50, but it was only like 30, so we definitely got that almost by double. So anyways, that's what we're doing for the whatever you call it. Actually, I want to throw $10 on that one, not just 5. So I'm going to throw another $5 back on that one. So we're going to throw 2 units onto the Christian McCaffrey bet because I do think that this could happen because he will be the focal point of that offense as he has been, but even more with backup quarterback, just a bunch of little screen passes. We could do receptions, but that's -165 for 4.5, which the value's just not there for that. The receiving yards isn't bad, though. Maybe I'll take that again, but not on this. Okay, for the next game, we have the Cardinals versus the Seahawks. And in this game, I like the over 50.5. I like the over 50.5 because the Seahawks have been like the most consistent offense in getting throwing up points. And the Cardinals defense isn't really too good, but the Cardinals offense is good, and the Seahawks defense isn't too good. So we're going to go over 50.5 for the Cardinals versus the Seahawks. And then for the player prop for this game, I like Geno Smith over 1.5 passing touchdowns. It's -155, but we're going to throw 2 units on there, so we still make $6.5 profit if we hit that. So that's that for that game. And then for the next game, we have the game of the week, which is the Bills versus the Chiefs. And for this game, I like the Bills -2.5 because I know that they're good and the Chiefs haven't been very consistent compared to the Bills. So we're gonna throw $5 on that. And my camera's flashing right now, so I'm just gonna try to hammer this out really quick. So for the player prop for this game, I also like the weekly special which is Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, 600 plus passing yards and 7 touchdowns. And because they're 2 elite quarterbacks, both could win MVP this year, so I like that a lot. And then for the next game, we're getting in the prime time. I like the Cowboys versus the Eagles. I like Eagles minus 6.5 because they're the number 1 team in the league right now, in my opinion, and I just think they're doing phenomenal. So we're gonna go $5, Eagles minus 6.5. And then for the player prop for that game, I like Tony Pollard receiving yards. He hasn't been getting a lot of receiving yards, but I think that they're gonna need it this week. I think that the Cowboys fan base has been kind of chirping Jerry Jones and staff for not throwing in Tony Pollard a lot. I'm just gonna do Tony Pollard over 48.5 rushing plus receiving. I do like that a lot though. And then for the next game, I do like Chargers minus 5, and I like Chargers minus 5 because they are actually an elite team and it's a divisional game, and they're going against the Broncos, who haven't been an elite team. Which obviously in a divisional game that could happen where the Broncos end up like shitting on them, but I don't think that'll happen. So we're gonna go with Chargers minus 5 for that, just because I think that Justin Herbert's going to get his stuff together, and he's going to be even better this week than he has been all year. So for the next game, or for the player prop for the last game, we're going to go with another weekly special because there's no other player props open right now. And the weekly special is Austin Eckler and Melvin Gordon, 4+ total touchdowns. So that is that for this week's NFL picks. I just did that the quickest I've done all year. So we're going to get our get back this week. I already know that these picks are good. I've been working on them for a couple of days now, looking at whenever stuff came out and all that. So I do like these picks a lot. I'm confident that we're making money this week. I'm thinking about making this channel, or like making my picks onto a new YouTube channel. I don't know yet, but anyways, I will let you guys know what I end up doing if I make a new channel. If I don't make a new channel, you guys will be in the loop. So I will see you guys sometime next week, and also go watch my new video. It just I just uploaded it. It hasn't premiered yet, but it's about to premiere soon, of me and my roommates eating the hottest chip in the world. I ate 3 of them, the Pocky chips. So anyways, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next week. Peace. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to talk fast. So on to the next game.